Y'all sent me the videos. I put them together. This compilation is diabolical. Brace yourselves. Make sure y'all watch this thing to the end. Smash that like button. Let's get like 15,000 likes on this video while we on our way to 1 million subscribers. I do appreciate y'all on this journey with me. Don't believe everything you see in these videos. Make sure y'all go out here and do your own damn research. I'm not trying to get y'all to believe in anything. Let's get into this video without further ado. Just know if you're going through a tough time, you're not in this life by yourself. We're going through this thing called life together. Let's get it.
If there's one thing that you should hear this week, it is Anthropic's new economist writing in a paper that it is optimal to take a 1 in 3 chance of ending human existence in exchange for a 2/3 chance of dramatically raising living standards by a factor of 55. I don't think those trade-offs make sense. What do you think?
We are slowly getting rid of all seeds in fruits and vegetables, and honestly, it's brilliant, because once every apple, grape, watermelon and tomato is seedless, guess who controls life itself? No more planting your own food. No more saving seeds for next season. Everything you eat, everything that grows, will come from our labs, and when the last natural seed is gone, that's when it gets fun. We can make them rare, expensive, maybe even licensed. Only billionaires that will have gardens, and everyone else will have to subscribe to eat. Sounds insane, right? But it's already happening. Seedless isn't convenience, it's containment. Every time you pick up a seedless fruit, you're holding a future that can't reproduce. So yeah, expect more seedless, everything. Because the easiest way to control the world is to stop it from growing. So remember to stay safe out there.
Us as people too, like the fertility rate is significantly down. So I'm pretty sure that the people nowadays are seedless too.
One 1,160 roles have been eliminated every single day since January.
In fact, January 2026 had the most announced layoffs since the 2009 recession. Every time I open LinkedIn, I see somebody I know, not a stranger, somebody I know that's been impacted by layoffs. This is becoming normal and we need to talk about it. WSJ just came out with layoff tracker and big company names like Meta, Robinhood, Walmart were included. These aren't little startups that failed. These are big companies that we were told were safe. Here's why it hits different for us. Elder millennials graduated into the recession and then finally got stable. But then COVID hit, inflation, rising interest rates, daycare that it costs as much as your mortgage. And these aren't just jobs. These are jobs we went into debt to get. And it's not just corporate. Trump's grant cuts are quietly gutting academia. PhDs, researchers, people spent a decade of their lives or more to have these careers at places that were supposed to be untouchable. Even the stable careers aren't stable anymore. There aren't enough stats comparing our generation to prior generations, but we don't even need it. We feel it. Every single time we start to get ahead, something else pushes us right back. And this is why I keep calling us the can't catch a break generation.
Local parks are great during the day. At night, different story. I live in my vehicle and law enforcement is cracking down on people like me in cities across America. Camping overnight, illegal. Sleeping in your car, illegal. Existing without a fixed address in an increasing number of places, illegal. I'm strategic about where I park, but from time to time, I still get a knock on the door at 2 in the morning. Why? Not because I'm dangerous, not because I'm a threat, because I don't pay property taxes, I don't pay rent, I don't pay a utility company, I don't pay a landlord. I removed myself from every system that depends on my compliance to function. They say this is the land of the free, but try living for free and see what happens.
Here we go. Police vehicles in Texas will now be able to hack into your phone while you drive by, even if you aren't a suspect. Texas spent $4.5 million on Tahoes equipped with phone tracking surveillance tech made by Israeli-based company Cogrite. This tech simulates a mobile phone tower, forcing nearby phones to connect to it, which enables cops to keep nearby tabs on any phones and devices in the vicinity. This is in a few other states too, not just Texas, and it's coming to every single state based on the UN's 2030 agenda. You can look it up on the website. They say there will be no crime by 2030, universal everything, no poverty, no hunger, and their plan is to make all these unrealistic things possible by sticking their nose up our asses to control quite literally everything about our lives without your approval. They will be surveilling everything we do. Hell, look around. They already are. Flock cameras, meta glasses, government surveillance, and kill switches in cars. It makes you wonder what all those data centers are for. I've been trying to tell y'all, the US will be a complete totalitarian state soon, and they'll mask it as safety. You better get you a plan together. My plan is to teach everyone how to step outside the system, become self-reliant, make your own money, get your own land, and learn how to self-defend you and yours with your own tribe.
You want to know what's crazy to me? Like where I get weary at with this whole situation? All right, when they try to, like, you know, when somebody's don't have the best intention for you, when the history is what it is, you know, they put out products that are just terrible for us. Most of the products that they put out nowadays are terrible for us, right? But all of a sudden you care about our health and our safety. It's crazy to me. Is this that damn simple? You can't. No, you just, man, this is diabolical. Let's keep going. I'm sorry.
You know the United States is cooked when you can fly to Japan and it's cheaper to take the flight, land there, stay for a week, go to Disney World, and it's still that entire process, and then fly all the way back would be cheaper than just driving down to Orlando for 2 days. You know the United States is cooked when you break your arm and it would cost more for you to fix it at the local hospital than it would be to get in a flight with your whole family, fly to South Korea, go to the nearest hospital, get surgery, and then fly back. You know the United States is cooked when you can order 4 trucks from the Philippines online right now, and they would cost the same price after shipping them to the United States as if you were to buy 1 truck with a loan. You know the United States is cooked when you can buy a house in downtown Bangkok or in Phuket in Thailand for the cost of the down payment in the United States. Americans have been lied to, man. You are, as an American, spending more in 1 year, and you don't even own these things because all of them have debt on them. You are spending more in 1 year than what you would live in Asia spending in 10. It's a really, really crazy thing that we have settled for in the United States, that type of quality of life.
Just happened. The Department of Agriculture from the state of Maine just stopped by my house and says you need to stop selling goat milk and goodies from our farm stand on our homestead. I have a long video of it. Trust me, there'll be part 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 of this. This is a minute after he just stopped by, and he says you'll be visited by the dairy police. I don't even know what they're called, but the dairy people, they're going to be stopping by shortly here to talk to me about us selling raw goat milk and how it's illegal. And anyway, he seems serious, so here's his information. And the cool thing about my wife and I is we like to fight. Okay. And we're smart. Mostly my wife, but this is going to be a battle. So I'm excited for this battle, and it's going to be fun, and you're all going to be front row center about it.
FDA just stands for fuck them Americans, because why should I care about what the FDA is approving when y'all approve straight bullshit every fucking day? Like, what the fuck? Shit like this is exactly what the fuck I be talking about. 380 calories for 10 grams of fucking protein? Like, no. You're supposed to have at least 38 grams of protein in this, and then look at all these shitty ass fucking ingredients. You got people out here thinking they buying healthy shit when they buying bullshit. What the fuck is that? What's to y'all? Out here trying to like literally outsmart people. How was any of this approved by the FDA? This is literally all bullshit. But I'm supposed to feel safe in knowing that y'all picking the right shit for me? Fuck y'all. All this shit need to be shut the fuck down. Whole aisle dedicated to bullshit. Like, this is nuts. One pack of noodles is damn near 400 fucking calories for 4 grams of fucking protein, and look at all this bullshit that's in them. But y'all approving the right shit. All this high fructose corn syrup ass bullshit right here. FDA approved my fucking ass. It's not even fucking fruit juice. Straight bullshit and sugar. And the FDA is approving this shit. All this shit is feeding cancer. At least 98% of this bread is all fucking bullshit. It's processed, it's not clean bread, and the shit's not gonna fucking mold. Like, what the fuck happened to the bread mold? Are the vitamins even fucking vitamins? Or is this a fucking scam too? Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Are y'all trying to kill the fucking people of America? We literally have to eyeball and look at our fucking fruits and vegetables, cross-eyed and cockeyed, just to make sure that the shit is fucking real fruit. You can't find a fucking seeded watermelon to save your life. All the bullshit that you're not supposed to eat is gonna be cheap as hell. But the healthy stuff, astronomical. Y'all better take heed to what Michael Jackson said. He said they don't really care about us.
Everything feels like it's collapsing because it is. We're exiting the Kali Yuga, the Dark Age, and crossing into the Age of Enlightenment. And it feels like the whole world is falling apart. You're not imagining it. The ancient Vedic texts mapped this out thousands of years ago. They described the yugas, the great cycles of time that humanity moves through. And the age we've been living is the Kali Yuga, the darkest one. An age of materialism, deception, and forgetting who we are. But the cycle turns, and we're standing at the transition point, crossing out of the dark age into an age of light. And here's what nobody tells you, and they don't want you to know. The old systems, the ones built on lies and control, cannot survive the rising frequency. So they crack, they break, they crumble, they collapse in front of your eyes. This is not the end. This is the death rattle of the darkness. The chaos you are seeing is exactly what it looks like when the light returns and the illusions can no longer hold on. You didn't come here by accident. You came here for the turning and tuning. It's time to wake up.
So I'm generally tripping out right now because I'm looking up and I see this thing that looks like the moon, but it's moving. I swear it's moving. Y'all let me know. Look at this. Look at it right here. The moon's moving. No way. What? No, that's not the moon, fat. That's not the moon. No way. How? Okay, look, if this passes my screen, my phone is not moving. If this thing passes my screen, that cannot be the moon, fam. That cannot be the moon. What? Y'all let me know. Is that the moon? Because I've never seen the moon move that fast in my life. So y'all let me know.
Hey, that gave me Moonfall vibes, right? Y'all seen that movie? But look, check this out though. That effect can happen if you set the phone still and the clouds are moving. It'll give you a delusion that the moon is moving. But to me, it don't look like his phone was moving. But let me know how y'all feel about that.
Don't want you to know this, but reptilians created mosquitoes to extract and monitor human DNA without their consent. So the next time you ask yourself why mosquitoes were created, thank a reptilian.
A woman inadvertently discovered a reptilian alien disguised as a human. Her neighbor has a single wire fence gate that he walks through at the end of his front walk, but there is no fence to go along with the gate. This is characteristic of an extraterrestrial trying to blend in. Neighbors are advised to maintain a safe distance as aliens in disguise do not take lightly to being discovered.
Or maybe he just couldn't afford the rest of the fence. He was just like, fuck it. Oh, this all day. I mean, with the prices of things right now in the United States, I get it. He only could afford the front part of the gate, bro. He said, I'm gonna fucking use it. Yeah, there's many psychological factors that go into that. Like, especially the men that grow the side of their hair and then all this right here bald. But they don't give a damn about shit. They don't care about nothing.
Google Earth decided to drop a new AI feature in the middle of multiple wars, and fact checkers are terrified. I went ahead and used this feature and, well, just asked it to make a White House map with Jeffrey Epstein and redacted Epstein files, and it did do just that. This is not real, by the way. So this is all fun and games, but I want to show you something that is terrifying people across the open source fact-checking sphere. This right here. On the left is an image from Mexico. Google Earth satellite image. On the right is an AI-generated satellite image. This was generated by a man named Hank Van Ness. And all he asked was put refugees near the Mexican border. And this is what he got. Now, if you just see this, that you may think that's real, but it's not. It's completely fake. This is a little more fake, right? And you don't have just files floating around near the White House. You may, right? Who knows? But it's not like this. But this right here should terrify everyone. And people need to know what's happening with Google Earth AI right now. Spread the word.
So here we have it, patient 0. We have our first patient. I told you the zombie virus was real. Listen to what she says.
Leaving Royal Preston Hospital on Tuesday wearing a face mask.
Couldn't believe it. This has now made national news. So those of you that said it would be all over the news, this is the beginning. You didn't believe me.
Said to call 999 if you see him.
Ain't no damn way.
What? I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Do you remember this lady? I'm sure you do. She became one of the internet's biggest memes overnight. But what if you never got the full story? What if this rabbit hole is far darker than anyone realized?
Let that flight leave. Do not let that flight leave. Being dead serious. Do not let that flight leave.
You ready? Let's go. Come on.
You heard me say that. Do not let that flight leave. That flight's not going to make it to Orlando.
Let's go.
It's not going to.
As you can see, she wasn't just arguing with some random guy. She seemed genuinely concerned for people on that flight. Then she disappeared for weeks until suddenly she reappeared on TMZ and refused to explain what really happened.
What exactly you saw? Because you know, you alluded to what you saw, but like,
to me, she looks she looks subtly different. How about y'all?
We just want to know, like, you know, what did you see?
I mean, thanks for asking that, but
Her voice sounds different.
I have been told I cannot comment on it right now.
I see.
I'm sorry.
This is the first time people noticed something strange. She was wearing the same clothes, the same earrings, but many viewers couldn't shake the feeling that something about her seemed different.
When I saw it, I was like, that doesn't look like her. We didn't know who she was for the first couple of weeks. Like, they couldn't even find a name. She started a new Twitter account when she posted this video. The first person she followed was TMZ. So people started doing like some AI face detection. There's this guy that does it online professionally. And he says, if you get a score 0.6 or below, it is the same person. He put videos that were on the plane, videos that were outside the plane of the real Tiffany.
And it's not her.
1.2. Guys, like, I was not expecting this. He's like, this makes me really interested.
And then things got even stranger. After TMZ, she appeared on Fox News. This time, her story had changed completely.
What did you see?
I did not see anything.
You didn't see anything?
No, I wish I did. It would have been a way better story.
You didn't see anything, then what were you saying that mother effer isn't real?
Yeah, the language. I've been working on that. It was talking to a specific person that I had an altercation with. It was just a figure of speech. Not a good one, you know, but when you're worked up and you're spiraling out of control, you're not really like thinking your words clearly through.
Oh, trust me, I know exactly.
And it didn't stop there. Over the years, her version of events has continued to change.
And look at her. She looks different right here too. Am I tripping? Let me know if I'm tripping, y'all.
Each interview raised even more.
She got a beak on her in this one.
More questions than answers.
Get me off this plane.
I had taken a pain pill at like 5 a.m. that morning. And this is the first time I've ever told anybody this. Went to PT and everything, came home. Like, I really thought it'd probably be out of my system. I was going to drink a couple glasses of wine, get on the plane and pass out. I thought I was super relaxed. Nope. We just kind of got into an altercation, but like, it wasn't enough to like storm off a plane. It wasn't enough to make a scene. It was making sense in my head because I was in an altercation. I was like, This dude's not being real.
Something about this whole story just doesn't add up. That's why people are still asking, was it all an elaborate media stunt, or did that woman become a victim of the very thing she had witnessed?
Isn't it weird that during the 90s and 2000s, the entertainment industry was obsessed with cloning? Pokemon, Star Wars, Spy Kids, The Sixth Day, they put it in fiction to desensitize us to what they're actually doing. Around that time was when the first animal and human cloning experiments were taking place. And this process isn't as difficult as it seems either. They simply swab the animal's mouth and implant those cells into an embryo. You don't even need stem cells. Then they use a surrogate to carry the clone. And it doesn't stop with animals. In 2001, 3 scientists came together to try and create the first human clone. To this day, it's still federally legal in the US, but they decided to do it in this country instead.
Arrived in Israel today, hoping to pave the way for human cloning here.
Interesting. A cult by the name of Raelian Society created the company Clonaid in 1997 and claimed they successfully created the first human clone in 2002. Her name was Eve. It's been speculated that this is one of the many clones created by the 3 scientists we talked about before. Under oath in Florida, the CEO of Clonaid said the baby girl was born in Israel. In 2004, the Clonaid website claimed that they've cloned family members for celebrities and political leaders. They also said that eventually they would be able to make fully grown adult clones instead of just babies. And that's when things started getting weird, right? All of a sudden, people start making connections between celebrities from the past looking strikingly similar to modern day celebrities. Or celebrities dying and then suddenly a slightly different version of them appears. A good example would be Kanye West. Every time he called out the power structures controlling the music industry, he suddenly had a mental breakdown, was hospitalized, and then came back completely different. Also, Britney Spears was rumored to be dead, and it was even posted by Sony Music Label before they said they were hacked. But if you look at this document from a court case, it says Britney Jean Spears, deceased. And this slippery slope is why IVF is a crime against humanity. People are allowing doctors to take their eggs, and after implantation, there are typically some left over. What do you think doctors are doing with them?
So, on June 27th, I don't know if you all were aware, your president, ex-president Joe Biden addressed the nation. And boy, the way they play in your face, it's hilarious. Stay tuned to these clips, because I'm going to show you the first one from June 27th. And then I'm going to take you back. I got y'all. Hold on.
Get up. Get up now. And continue this fight. My fellow Democrats, in this 250th year of our founding, let's get back up. Let's be the country we know we can be. Fair, equal, honest, decent. A country where we give hate no safe harbor. A land where we treat everyone with dignity and respect. A nation that's a beacon, a shining beacon to the rest of the world as we bend. Folks, I guarantee we can do this. And we will. We just need to remember who in the hell we are. We're the United States of America. There's really nothing beyond our capacity if we act together. So let's get up and fight back, God darn it. Thanks.
Well, he sounds like he's back to normal. I can't make this shit up. Now let's go back down memory lane again and again.
Folks, how are you?
making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare, we finally provided housing for Black Americans. The impact on the choice, the idea that they're gonna. I'm proposing that everybody the millionaires pay 1%. So no one I've not raised the cost of Social Security for anybody. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. And wants to get rid of the ability of Medicare for us to be able to negotiate drug prices with the big pharma companies. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system, for example.
But I swear Trump ain't shit though.
Okay, I got one more clip.
The total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump? I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
How about to end this video?
At this point, throw the whole government away. Just please, I can't take it anymore.
Quick book recommendation for you all today. Trippy read to add to your arsenal. Ringmakers of Saturn by Norman Berggren. He dedicates this book to all people in a peaceful quest of knowledge. Presented herein are pictures of immensely large, enormously powerful extraterrestrial space vehicles located in the vicinity of Saturn and its moons. These photograph revelations are reinforced by and are consistent with scientific data extending over centuries, as far back as Galileo. The pictures have been obtained by the author using simple, repeatable enhancement techniques applied to publicly available NASA photographs from Voyager 1 and 2 flybys of Saturn. Having been obtained by pre-scheduled flight programming, Voyager photographs are scientifically unique in that they are strictly impersonal. Why I find this book interesting is because people like this 40 years ago were discredited and called insane and crazy. Now, come to find out, 2025, 2026, look at what has been recently declassified by the Pentagon over the past couple of years in terms of extraterrestrial vehicles and UFOs. The existence of extraterrestrial space vehicles of enormous size and power is a fact. All photograph negatives examined by the author have revealed no direct evidence of beings. However, a strong implication that extraterrestrials do exist arises from electromagnetic vehicles being positionable. A source of intelligence is required to accomplish stability and control for positioning. This observation is a fallout from noting that the inner and outer diameters of Saturn's A, B, and C rings have remained substantially but not identically the same over a period of years. From a design viewpoint, electromagnetic vehicles represent ultra-superlative achievements in nuclear physics, aeronautics, astronautics, magnetohydrodynamics, and engineering. Inferentially, such attainments only can be achieved by a long-term, goal-oriented, non-self-destructive society.
You think that NASA's fake? Does that mean all the other space agencies are faking it too? Oh, you mean like China?
浪是白色的是云还是浪？哦，这里是黄亚。
India just landed on the moon. Oh yeah, in a cartoon.
जी हाँ, आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि हम लैंडर मॉड्यूल.
SpaceX has been to outer space too. They're private industry, not government. SpaceX? You mean fake X?
Come on now.
Well, when NASA goes back to the moon, you won't be able to deny it anymore. Hope they pick up their guy. What guy? The guy who stayed behind to film them leaving the last time?
3, 2, 1, ignition. Right away, Houston. Vector good. Ag thought. Pitch over. Roger, you have good thrust. Okay, 30 seconds. 308, your number.
This is 100% proof that they do not want you to know what is real and what is not.
Yesterday, I posted this clip of Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, declaring that if you criticize Israel, the United States will revoke your visa.
We have implemented a vigorous new visa policy that will prevent foreign nationals from coming to the United States to foment hatred against our Jewish community.
And woke up this morning to a community note claiming that this video of Marco Rubio is AI and that he did not say this. If he didn't say this, it's irresponsible to post it. And I'm just like, yo, this is the transcript from the official State Department website. He says, quote, "We must stand in solidarity with Israel. We have implemented a vigorous new visa policy that will prevent foreign nationals from coming to the United States to foment hatred against our Jewish community. We are holding international organizations and nations accountable for rhetoric against Israel." This is verbatim what he said in the clip. It's all right there, 100% not AI. So I started to do a little digging to try to figure out what the heck is going on here. Remember this lady, the Israeli AI policy expert, talking about how they can use AI to quote unquote correct the digital world.
Which means that instead of trying to control the whole world and trying to somehow manage what's happening in this big blob of Wikipedia and social media, we can go directly to the companies with clear technical and advocacy solutions. So for the first time, there's a path to correcting the digital world.
They really don't beat the stereotypes, do they? Anyway, the way Community Notes works is that it allows everyday users, quote unquote, to go in and say, add helpful context, facts, or corrections to posts. And they say this is not managed by the corporate staff, but is actually approved by a community of contributors using a consensus algorithm. Now that sounds like something that you can bot. In fact, Netanyahu and his allies have been caught using armies of bots to influence social media discourse, as reported in the Times of Israel. So you can imagine, one account writes the community note claiming that the very real video that I posted of Marco Rubio is AI, and then a bunch of bots swarm in and create this consensus to say, yep, thank you so much, super helpful. You see, AI is now becoming a tool for them to muddy the waters, because guess what? The entire campaign against Israel isn't coming from the fact that we don't like Jews or we don't like Israel. It's coming from all of us collectively viewing these horrific videos, tens if not hundreds of thousands of people being blown up, a genocide broadcast in 4K, and then political leaders saying the most dystopian shit, and then all of a sudden now they can go, nope, that didn't happen. We didn't say that. It was AI. This is literally 1984. The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final and most essential command.
That's a fact. Y'all seen them do the same thing in this video with the Google Maps situation. Like the average person can now go in and do that. But we also seen it with TV shows, like old TV shows, like we were talking about before. Now they pay people to paint chemtrails in the Disney videos and different things like that. Like even the restaurants, they're changing the bro. It's all for distraction and to keep us guessing on what's going on and keep us with theories. But I'm pretty sure most of us know what's going on, but we're gonna keep continuing to lock in. This is interesting.
What they say the Lincoln Memorial looked like. Looks like in the middle of a swampland. Look at that. Middle of the swampland, no roads visible at all. Literal swamp, no construction. It just looks like brand new and pristine. How are you going to get all of that marble, that stone, all of that material there? Look at that little like wooden shanty right here. Like the supposed construction shack or whatever. Those same people building that shack supposedly built this in the middle of a swamp. To the cathedral vaults underneath the Lincoln Memorial. Let me see if I can find that article, because it's funny. They always talked like there was a secret entrance or a secret lower level of the Lincoln Memorial for, I guess, some odd reason. Let me see if I can find the article. Beneath the Lincoln Memorial lies a massive 50,000 square foot subterranean foundation. Just look, 50,000 square foot subterranean foundation known as an undercroft. Originally built in 1914, they say, to keep the monument from sinking. But they are now allowing the undercroft to be explored by tourists.
This radome, guys, isn't this insane? You want to see what's even more insane though? Look at how close we are. We're right in the neighborhood. Isn't that nuts? right next to the houses, guys. That's a 25,000 watt rotating microwave beam. S-band, same frequency neighborhood as your Wi-Fi router, just orders of magnitude more powerful. Mounted on a steel tower, surrounded by residential homes, operating 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The FCC says the power drops off fast with distance. That's technically true, but nobody's measured cumulative chronic exposure in the houses right next to it. Nobody's required to neither. See, they got the security. Visitors are subject to consent for inspection, but there's no site tag name, guys. But anyway, that's there, guys. And there's your houses. Pretty fucking wild.
This thing's cooking the sky right now. You can see what it's doing. See those lines? There's 5G EMF radio waves being blasted off this thing into the sky, and it blocks out our sun. Check it out. They use these to dim out the sun. You see those lines? That's not naturally occurring. That's happening because of what's on top of this tower. And you guys should start noticing them out in public. They're everywhere, dude. And we live on this big ass, like, weather grid now, where they're controlling our weather and they're minimizing the amount of sunlight we get, right? Be on the lookout for these things. See that panel?
I never noticed those on top of the water towers. Wow. When did we start doing that? Oh, I got the answer. When they decided to start putting them frequencies and cooking the sky. Oh, okay, yeah. God, my bad.
Our government's owned by Israel and they're controlling the weather. They're dimming our sunlight out. Look, and people don't even realize. People have no idea. She has no clue. No clue. She won't look up, right? She might look down at her phone. She won't look up in the sky. And she will never, ever on her own think about that and that, right? Because that's how asleep people are. People have no idea what's actually happening right now. Look how it's always in the way of the sun. That's not by accident.
Hit that follow button because you're about to learn today. This is what's controlling the case. It's right here in front of our faces. Y'all see the colors? Can y'all see the colors? Look at the dress code. Just like what happened to Trayvon Martin. When you see this guy, Ben Crump, and when you see Al Sharpton, red flags. Nolan Wells' parents wearing the same color again. His story is just like the Trayvon Martin story. Look at his hands and look at the color he wearing. Oh yeah, his dad also a part of the club. Look at the hat. This is what's on his hat. This is for educational purposes and to enlighten those that want to hear. Because we being played like a piano.
Take a look at this picture. Look what's in the background, okay? So that's Nolan Wells and two white boys sitting by the pool. What's in the background? It's an obelisk, or it sure looks like an obelisk, doesn't it? Obelisk equals 28 because 2 equals 13 and 8 equals 31, which is 44, genocide. Just like Nolan Wells. Nolan equals 20, Wells equals 17, which is 28, which is 13, 31, which is 44, genocide. Just like Horn Island, Horn equals 28, which is 13, 31, which is 44, which is fucking genocide. I keep telling you guys, this is a staged, premeditated, occult sacrifice to start a race war in America. And the reason they released this picture yesterday is because it's got the obelisk in the background to let people know, right? Nolan Wells 28, obelisk 28, Horn 28, just like Apron is 28, just like Israel is 28, just like 28 people on the Disney's cruise ships. I'm telling you, people, learn this number language. It will teach you everything. And guess what? Guess what, occult? The cat is out of the bag. Yep. That's right, the cat's out the bag. This is an occult sacrifice to start a race war. People, this is not white versus black, okay? This is occult versus non-occult. This is good versus evil. You have to understand, they did COVID, they did all these wars, they did the Spanish flu, which also is 44, which is genocide. So, Nolan Wells, 28, Obelisk 28, Horn Island, Horn 28. Do you get it yet? They communicate in numbers to let the occult know that this is an occult sacrifice trying to start.
Yeah, what you think about this Nolan Wells case?
Man, I think it's all fake. I think it's propaganda. I think that they playing us like victims. Once
really,
again, Ben Crump, as long as you know that he's the center of it, you already know there's some suspiciousness to it. Ben Crump is a life member of the Omega Psi-Phi. Do you know what the Boule is?
Nah, what's the Boule? What does that mean?
The Boule is a group of black people that they use in order to keep other black people down. So they have this black man representing this black defendant in a case that they actually propaganded. It's like they create the problem and then they come up with the solution. You see how this black man, Ben Crump, is representing all the high-profile cases like George Floyd, Sandra Madison.
Like a movie?
I'm saying it's a movie, right? Him and Al Sharpton are together. Al Sharpton was the movie star in my mom's generation. Now Ben Crump is the movie star in our generation. Now look at these movie stars. This is all entertainment, son. At the end of the day, you can't believe none of this. It's all the story to deflect us from what's really going on, whatever that may be. What happened to the Iran war? What happened to the Ukraine and Russia war?
Sun went crazy last night, and now we have a severe geomagnetic storm watch. I'm meteorologist Todd Gross, and we're not just talking about auroras here. We could have communications outages and power surges if this comes to pass. Let me show you what's going on. So overnight last night, of course, this is the sun right here covered up in outer space, and we're able to see from that the coronal mass ejections that occur. I showed you an image of it just a moment ago, but this one shows the actual plasma leaving the sun and heading towards Earth. If you look closely, you'll see that it's leaving the sun on all sides, which means it's facing us directly. There's a stream of charged plasma that will hit the Earth starting, it looks like, tomorrow night. Now, here's the timing. This is in Greenwich Mean Time, so I'll have to translate it for most of you. And basically, it's tomorrow night, between the 1st and the 2nd, that this is expected to reach its peak by NOAA. Now, I've pointed out before that the
Schumann resonance is something trying to talk to us. I swear, y'all. Because, like, seriously, this has been it since it had all those, like, 5 days of labor pains. That's an audio recording. That's what our sounds look like. I think that's also what our sounds look like. I don't know if it's the planet trying to talk. I don't know if it's something from space trying to talk. I don't know if it's just the collective consciousness trying to yap. But y'all cannot tell me that does not look like something trying to talk. I mean, it went from it being those railroad spike labor pain things to this like 8 hertz band literally spiking itself and then reaching all the way down to the bottom of the graph, spiking itself. And then it almost looks like, what is it? This like 14 hertz band also starts to spike itself. And then they're spiking together. This is something talking.
Well, all the elites are building bunkers, and that's why they need data centers above their bunker. The data centers run the bunkers, and all that water is not needed for the data centers. They lied to you. 5 million gallons a day to run a data center of fresh water, your water. They don't need it. They're taking the water underground to the bunkers. And you have 2030 to detox the heavy metals, the parasites, the nano. You got to get this stuff out of your body.
Where they clone Tyrone at?
Did you hear that there was a tunnel just discovered last week that goes from Tijuana, Mexico, all the way under the U.S. and up into Vancouver, Canada? It was built by the cartels, and the U.S. governors are saying, hey, look, we're glad we found out we're going to fill this thing full of cement, but it will cost $3 trillion worth of cement. The cartels are suing the U.S. in the Supreme Court saying, hey, in the Treaty of Versailles and maritime law, if something is 50 feet under the surface of a country, that country doesn't have jurisdiction over it.
I'm still messed up over the trillion. You know what y'all can do with that? They just they don't care about the people, man. Like that shit. Everybody can have a family fund. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody can have enough to build their own forever home and be okay. But that's not the way the system works. They don't want everybody to have things.
Therefore, the U.S. cannot fill it
okay.
full of cement. And the U.S. is saying, we don't care about that. It goes under our country. So it's a huge legal dispute. I'm curious if you think the cartel has rationale or the U.S. governmenters. This is the end of the tunnel when it comes out into Vancouver, Canada. It's incredible. The crazy thing is that they actually dug it and put the cement up. It only took them 3 years, they said, and engineers across the country and the world are in a tizzy saying this is an engineering feat. It might be the 9th wonder of the world. But I'm curious if you think it should be filled full of cement, or maybe like they can sell it to a corporation like Amazon that could use it to actually ship products and for logisticers.
So we all know who Ori Sullivan.
Y'all seen this? Could this be footage of the unknown lands? The lands that are lost beyond the ice wall? Check this out, family. Check it out, family. Now, I'm not saying it's true, or I'm not saying it's not true, but could this be the lands that exist beyond the ice wall?
Man, hell nah. Man, look, man, that's the end of this video, man. Look, I appreciate y'all for locking in. Hell, I'm tired of it, y'all. I'm tired of it. Tired of the AI landscape videos and stuff. And it can't this possible. It's not. It's just not. We got other things to be worried about. The frequencies, the terrible food. Hopefully y'all starting to, I've been seeing an abundance of people starting to grow their own crops and do their own things. I mean, everybody been doing the same, you know. Make sure y'all get them seeds, man. Them seeds are very important. If y'all didn't pick up on the message of this video, then I mean, I just said it again. You know, make sure that y'all doing things for yourself. And look, some of y'all, look, it's gonna be okay. Some people don't get what's going on, and you know what? You're gonna be the cattle. You're gonna be sitting in an internment camp, right? And you're gonna be eating the grass from off the goddamn ground, like a damn. You're gonna be the new food supply or something like that pretty soon. Or you're gonna be selling your booty for goods. It is what it is, you know. We got to get back to like building that community of people that have abundance. And I'm not talking about just money. I'm talking about things that really matter, like food, resources, water. Like, do you know how to build a water machine? In the water machine, I mean a machine that pulls water from the air. I mean, that's a learned skill that you can learn now. It was a fallacy before, but now it's real. It's here. The technology is here, and the average person can make these things. Are you doing that? Well, I'm gonna show y'all when I reach 1 million how to build these things. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna have a whole laboratory. We're gonna go over genetics. We're gonna go over everything, and we're gonna start tapping into some stuff. I'm so excited, y'all, to show y'all Dre's laboratory. But look, appreciate y'all for tapping in with me, man. I'll see y'all in the next video. And like I always say, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. See y'all in the next video, and I'm out though. Live.